steaming up in here. Let's get that fan on. It's definitely a weird weather. Also set to what? A reliable res, is that what you're saying? Quite sure. But I thought, yeah, it might be an idea to, basically it's a switch it on, switch it off project. Yeah, so this morning I got up, couldn't, so I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to stream, there's no signal. I was like, no way. And then, so I took Harris out for a bit of a drive to see if it was like location dependent, and it wasn't. But then my iPad had full signal, but to a different network, and I thought, that's a bit weird. So I switched the iPhone off, and then I switched it back on again, left it for a bit basically, and then I switched it on again. And sure enough, it worked. Surprised if it's buggy, but yeah, it may be that if I uninstall Moblin and then reinstall it, it'll then go, oh, I recognise this new iOS or whatever, it might just work better. So that's a consideration. Clearly I'm not going to do it until later. That deja vu I had just after we'd seen those guys. It's a very strong deja vu. I felt like I dreamt it a long time ago. So let's go, we're going to the, not far away, just along this road a little bit, the Osprey Project. I think it might cost some money to get in, so we'll have to investigate it a wee bit and see if it's necessary. So maybe that you have to like pay to get into a visitor centre, but you can still wander around. The fact that it's raining is problematic. It's also making me think about making a rain hat for you. I could probably fashion a kind of a little rain hat house type affair. You know, like a wee slanty roof. G'day. G'day. How you doing, Quadruback? Okay, don't know what accent that was. How you doing, Quadruback? How you doing, man? How's it today? It already. Looking for it's got a big red sign. Yeah, that's the wipers. I feel like we've passed it already. This is weird. Maybe this is it coming up right now. I think this is it here. Yeah. So there's some caravans. I noticed there was caravans just before it. Yeah, right, we're coming up to it now. I remember as we came by there was a kite. There's a big kite there. So, yeah, this is it. Dodgy corner to it. Hang on. The solar panels are going to be very efficient. Their bushes need a trim, yeah, probably. Oh, the ones over there, yeah. Agreed. Yeah, they've got one. Yeah, they've got over 100 panels there. That's a lot of money, actually, to have 100 panels that big. Plus the inverters and all that. They must have got a big grant or something to put them in. Yo, check 1 2, refresh. If a mod could put refresh in the chat, that'd be fantastic. And we're back. Thank you very much. Is this bog myrtle? This looks like bog myrtle. It is bog myrtle. Amazing. This stuff is how you track people across land. If people stand on bog myrtle, it's an incredible scent. Really incredible. Smells like Mr. Matey. Do you remember Mr. Matey bubble bath? Wow, what a smell. Bog myrtle, amazing. It's quite big bog myrtle as well. I'm used to seeing it a wee bit smaller. So yeah, we've got this nice boardwalk to walk along. And, enjoy it together. So this is a different wildlife trust, like from the one we were looking at before, or wildlife conservation organisation. It's the wildlife trusts. In Scotland we have Scottish Wildlife Trust, and here it's, I think it said Montgomeryshire So again, I was talking about I really like scrub. So this is an area of scrubland. You can see the mature trees up behind there, but this looks like a wet area of scrub. So it could be, some people might call it a mire. This might have been a mire that they're now letting the trees. Basically, trees drain land as like if you're trying to restore peat bogs, you're trying to keep land wet, then you need to remove trees, because the trees will just take up all the moisture and then dry the land out. And then, I mean, that's basically how land is formed from like a bog. So we might have a pond like this one here, and then gradually over thousands of years, the vegetation that you can see at the side of the pond will break down, and small amounts of that will go into the sides of the pond, and it will make soil. And then the plants that are like further over here, more in the soil, they'll start to slowly creep towards, as the water level gets reduced, because there's lots of depositing detritus, sort of bits of dead leaves and stuff like that. Soil will gradually form, and the pond will get shallower and shallower at the edges, and then the trees will move in and they'll dry it out, basically. And that's how peat bogs are formed. And then if peat bogs then if trees are allowed to grow in the peat bogs, then the trees will basically take over and it'll become a woodland. My pond in the garden has just gotten the official forest status. Amazing. It's what poisonous? The bog myrtle? I don't know, but it is. It was one of the original repellents for insects. People used to basically put it on in their horses' bridles and things like that. And oh look, a beaver! It's a beaver. Look at that. A beaver, willow beaver. They're beaver mad round here. Do you think we'll get some beaver while we're down here, guys? Oh, look at that. A toad. Little toad. Hello, Toadie. Hello. Hi. Hi, Toadie. Tiny little toad. Hey, toad. Look, there's my finger for comparison. You're tiny. Oh. Hop. Hoppity hop. Boing. Right, so have to look out for them, because where there's one, there's more. And they're that size usually. It was a toadlet, actually. Toadlets come out and they look black when they first come out, and they get a bit lighter. Tell the difference between a toad and a frog, because a frog's got a kind of a dark kind of triangle patch, just kind of like where you might consider its ear is, on the sort of behind the head, sort of near the neck. I think on a less windy day, I wonder if we could find some sundews here. Let's look out for sundews. So sundews are plants that have learnt to eat insects, and they do that basically because there's a lack of nutrients. The bog myrtle there, and I saw some tormentil a minute ago. Oh, there's some honeysuckle. That was the answer to the question earlier on. How do these sticks get like that? So ivy and honeysuckle wrap themselves around branches and trees and gradually restrict them, and They look like those walking sticks we saw earlier. The sign here talks about the reed orchestra, all the birds. I've seen all of those birds in Scotland. The water rail, that was a bit of a rare one. Its common call is compared to a squealing pig. Wow. I'd love to see a water rail again. It is, yeah. So basically sundew, it looks like a bit like a Venus flytrap kind of affair. It's got, they have little sticky red hairs with little globby bits on the end. And they don't close over the flies or insects, ants and things like that. They just, I don't know, they just seem to get stuck in there. It's very, there's a lot of plant in here, so it's quite difficult to spot sundews. Maybe there's a wee open, usually when there's a bit more openness, there's some sundews there. I'm going to have to zoom, take you off my shoulder to show you this and reach out. There you go. They are sundews. You see how they've got like a plate and then they've got lots of sticky hairs. Amazing, aren't they? Amazing looking things. Let's double check I've got no ticks when I come out of there. I hear, I was like, I can hear a sound like it's drumming. And it wasn't drumming, it was people walking on the boardwalk. I was like, where are people drumming? Where are people drumming? Now there's some alder. Yesterday I was like, here's some alder, and it wasn't alder. But that is alder. Because remember we were talking about the Coed Gwern? The alder woodland opposite Cat. So I was like, oh, here's some alder here. And then as soon as I said it, I was like, no, that's not alder, that's hazel. That's hazel, that is. Right, let's get in front of these guys. It's nice seeing the sundews. There's a lot of work putting this boardwalk in here. This is the sort of work that I used to do and still would do in the future. It's called countryside management. So this is what's called soft visitor. Well, it's kind of soft. It's like in between soft and hard visitor management technique. So you provide a path so people go where you want them to go, rather than wherever they feel like it. And that protects the resource from like over trampling and that sort of thing. So yeah, boardwalks like this, they can take quite a long time to make. And, was part of building a big boardwalk place called Red Moss, which is a peat bog. Interesting. I wonder if that's where they released some of the beavers. It looked like a cage. That's a bit odd. So yeah, habitat management, that's another way of looking at it. So managing the habitat in a way that allows access. Oh, that's a nice one. Not seen any of that this year. This is Ragged Robin. Oh, listen to that. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Ragged Robin, this is called. It's got this kind of raggedy petals. Sounds like some sort of warbler right beside me here. Sounds like dial-up. Can you hear that? I'm looking to see if I can spot it. It's not far away. Somewhere in there. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Very difficult in all the wind. Very difficult. What's that? That's a rush. Thought it was a hairy caterpillar. I like a hairy caterpillar to look at. So this is more alder here, just to show you up close. So alder, its leaf kind of goes in at the top. See, it's got a little in point, and it's really one of the only leaves that does this. The spiky leaves, it goes in there at the tip. And alder have little cones that they like little catkins, which you sometimes can see all year round. They dry off a bit like a cone, but they're actually catkins. So this is a hide over here. A wee squatch. See what's down this way. I wonder if I put the lens up again and just hold it up against. The woman said that there's some telescopes up this way, so I wonder if we can try to recreate what we do with my telescope just by me holding it on. It's probably not possible, and I'm a bit concerned about going inside because it actually looks like a metal container. Right, I'm going to try and go inside for a second with the door open. Maybe that'll help. I can just sit here and look out for things. Beaver, maybe. Is this where the beaver hang out? Looks like a big, like a platform over there for swans to nest on. Nothing happening there today. Everything's hiding away because of the rain and the wind. Let's go. The door doesn't fully close. Please don't pull hard to try to force it to close. Okay, fine, I won't now. See, earlier on I was looking at something and it was yellow and I was like, oh, that looks like purple loosestrife. This, let's have a smell it. I think this might be purple loosestrife. There's another one which is woundwort, you know, general woundwort from Watership Down. And it smells, the woundwort really smells. There's this is hemlock water drop wort, poison, mega poison. Not good for you. Do not eat. However, this is meadowsweet. See, earlier on I was saying, oh, it looks like meadowsweet, but it doesn't have a red stem. So this one has got a red stem, as you see. Meadowsweet. Meadowsweet's a nice one, I like it. It's pretty here. Oh, look at that. This is a marsh thistle. This big thistle here. Isn't it lovely? Hello, thistle. The marsh thistles are big and tall like this, and they kind of sometimes look a bit speckly as well. That's nice to see. Creeping thistle can grow quite big as well. I don't know why the TTS, this isn't working at all. Can you hear TTS? Did you Google that plant there? I'm pretty sure that wasn't moonwort. I think it was purple loosestrife. I might be wrong. I'm not always right. This looks a bit like that looks like a type of willow. This looks a bit like St. John's wort. Going to go up into that funny looking building over there, get a view. Oh, look at this. It's a really nice patch of tormentil. So I was teaching Kamalis this was his plant last year. I was like, I'll teach him a plant or two every year. So last year I taught him tormentil. It's an acid indicator of acid ground. It's got a nice kind of leaf which looks a bit like one of them leaves. Five leaflets on the leaf. It's some valerian. Yesterday we spotted some valerian, and it was it had. Is this valerian? Maybe I'm wrong. It looks like valerian. But I thought valerian had slightly different leaves, so I'm confused now. Confused. It might be valerian. But why has it got them? I thought valerian had round leaves. This has got like opposite leaflets, like a rowan or an ash. Oh, something smelly here. I think it's the bog myrtle. Not even anymore, not even a whisper. It's confused by translations. Yeah, it's weird. It was valerian, was it? This is cool. This is good, because I that's kind of what I want you to do, to learn, because it helps you to learn things as well. If I say I think it's this, or it might be that, and you guys check. By checking it, you're actually learning stuff. Because you're doing something, and people learn by doing way more than they learn by seeing or hearing. So you're seeing, you're hearing, and if you're looking up, you're doing. Well done. Well done, all the nature spotters. You rock. Yeah, it's there. It's there very quietly. But for some reason the volume won't go up. Never used to be like that. I used to be able to touch the volume and it would go up and down, but now not. It's very weird. Ooh, there's some form of animal track going through the grass there. You can see where the grass is kind of like, it's not moving along it. Like there's a track there. It's been compressed, and it curves round and goes off that way. Wonder who made that. Wonder what happened. Where's it go? Yeah, I did. I just updated the iOS like a few days ago, and now I'm having all these issues. Well, whatever's living in there, it's living in there very happily. Because it's wild as wild can be. I bet that's one of the rangers' bikes. They just cycle down over the boardwalk and then go and do a bit of chatting with the public. Alright, let's go upstairs. Hopefully there's enough. Oh look, build yourself an osprey nest. Here's an osprey nest, one already built. Should we get in it? I'm an osprey. I'm an osprey sitting on the nest. Nice nest. Oh look, fish. Yummy. Ospreys can live for over 25 years. Ospreys can be found on every continent except Antarctica. Fishy facts. Happy days. Build your own osprey nest. Oh, and you can get a selfie. Take a picture of yourself in there. So that's a lift. We're not going to go up in the lift. We are gonna. Love that. Look at the spelling of lift. A Welsh spelling. A lift. Because for it's heavy people, extra emphasis on the f. What are the trees? There's a hard to tell low res image. Okay. The trees are out in front of us. We've got birch, silver birch, which is the ones with the white, light kind of trunks. And there's a lot of willow as well. And also alder. They're the main trees that I've seen here. Willow, alder and birch. Alder. So there's alder there. That's an alder. And then there's some birch here. This is a birch. Betula pendula. Alder is Alnus glutinosa. And willow is, well, there's willow crossbreeds quite a lot. There's sort of willow in the back there, and down there in the back behind the birch in the foreground. So willow tends to be willow salix, and then an SP after it, which means species of sorts, unknown, undefined species of that order. And so there's a few different types of willow. I've just seen there's a camera there on that nest, so they all saw me somewhere. So I reckon they've probably got beavers here as well, considering they had the beaver thing. We'll get upstairs if there's somebody to talk to, if we've got any signal. I'll ask them. Ah, white poplar. We don't really have poplar in Scotland. There's more poplar in England. But Betula pendula is birch, because it's pendulous, as its branches swing around and like pendulums. Be right back. Okay. So you can see kind of what I was talking about here, about the pond. You've got the pond, then you've got the rushes. You can see where there's lots of water. Looks like Juncus ephesus, soft rush, all kind of around the edges. And then as there's more land, and it's more dry, the grasses can survive, because they can't obviously survive where the roots are very waterlogged. So you can see what's called an ecotone. The different tones of different kind of habitat, or like it's all to do with the water here. As you can see, there's kind of literally different tones from the young canopy down to the grass, down to the rush, down to the water. So a term for the day, ecotone. So here's the ospreys again. Oh look, someone's caught a fish. Fantastic. It's dinner time for the chicks. looks like they're eating some trout. Oh, look, it's still alive, or it's still flapping about a bit. Whether or not it's, you know, when you kill a fish, there's still a kind of residual kind of movement, but it looks like she's having to, when she pulls it at it, you can see its tail goes up as well. People will just say, oh, it's just nerves. It looks like a trout. It might be a perch. Korg, what do you reckon? Are you there? What a beautiful eye it's got. That big golden eye. Very delicate as well, look at it. Ripping off little strips. The baby that's kind of closest to us doesn't seem to be that bothered. Oh, well, it looks like it's going for some now. Can you get past me?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Nice sharp picture.
It's going to take her a long time to feed them that, picking it away like that. Oh, somebody got a fin. So it's all happening live right now, guys. It's not a recording. It's a live camera on the nest. It's amazing to think that they fly from Africa every year to come here, much like the swifts and the swallows and stuff. And they also pair up for life, or at least for a long periods of time. There was a female up in Lochgarten in Scotland called EJ, and EJ had a partner for a really long time, and then the year I was up there filming, EJ's partner passed away, and EJ came back for like 3 years and didn't properly mate. I think it was 3 years or something like that. Might have even been more than that. But apparently, and then I don't know, did EJ die? I can't remember. Anyway, it took a long time. They've now got ospreys back. I don't know if it is EJ. I think it might be a different female theirs now. I think she's got like 2 or 3 males. And usually they just have one. Look at those feet. Look at their feet. They're cool is that? They look like they've got rubber gloves on. Yeah, I need to see a little bit more of the fish. When I first saw it, when I first got my eyes on it, I thought, oh, that's a trout. There's a fishery in Rothiemurchus, and the ospreys often go to the fishery and pick up a not so wee trout from the fishery. It's a great place to go and photograph the ospreys catching fish. If you like that sort of thing. I remember being there as a kid, fishing for trout, and the osprey came, and they're getting blown out of the nest there. So they're getting fed the gills and stuff, and then she's going to, any moment now, she's going to get to the intestines. She's going to be able to pull the whole intestines out. This might get a bit gory, guys, just to let you know. We were talking about gutting fish earlier on and showing you the whole process. She's doing it head first. Looks like she's now pulling out the organs. Yeah, she is. There you go, there's the stomach and stuff coming out.
Each of them flies on his own to Africa.
The Dyfi website says you might see otter or dormouse as well as beaver. I'd love to see a dormouse. Never seen a dormouse. That would be so cool. It was weird, there was a little pause. I even saw that, that was strange. We used to eat dormice many moons ago.
As you are, yes, so related with birds, probably you know, in Switzerland from Switzerland, there is a state in Switzerland. Bird, Vogelwarte. It makes rings on birds' feet. Oh, yeah, I always thought probably because I think there are...
Oh, look at all that. Did you see all that? Did she just dump that off the side? Is that what happened there? Did you see that? Did she dump it? I think it is a trout. See, when she lifts it up, you can see all the speckles on the side of it. Yeah, I think it is a trout. It's got dots. Dots along the side. quite busy here. I think let's just have a little look around. Oh, look at that big lump she's going there.
Yeah, you can recognize which number.
No, the guts are there. She's ripping them up.
And what you were saying, the adults, the female and the male, tells the young birds to as if they were that dead. And it's a kind of bird language.
Interesting. Okay, so here's another angle.
But parents, the young. Oh yeah. The young ones. Yes, and two female and one male. Oh.
Yeah, that's the guts being fed. They're tearing strips. Incredible. Live and direct ospreys from the Dyfi Valley at the Dyfi Junction. These ospreys have been here. They were here when I that ring is 3G. It's weird, the other one, I thought. It's weird that we're talking about EJ and that one's 3G. Oh, that's a big bit of intestines or something there. Oh, it's having its own, a little bit for itself. Nom nom. They are lovely creatures, aren't they? Sushi lovers. Sushi lovers. Cracking. So, I don't know if how far we can get into this building.
She feeds them, she'll feed them, this is the third fish today. So, but it depends, sometimes there'll be more, sometimes.
So they're right out there.
Because of the weather and the visibility, so they may only have.
Directly ahead there, so you can see the
It varies depending on.
kind of like, there's some pylons or something, and in the middle, that's where the nest is. What we used to do, what we do it with our stream is we work it out, we tend to do something like this. Get the link, get it in, get it on, and then zoom in.
Yes, yeah. Oh, no, you can't see that.
Yeah, it works with ours. It works with our tripod, our telescope, but not so good with this. Again, it's so fiddly when I'm doing it with my telescope. It's very difficult to do this with it on my head. Yeah. Yeah, if I look down that with my eye, there they are. Oh, the male's just sitting beside her actually, on the on another post, and they're out there together. So the male's just if you see, can you see in the middle there? There's the nest, and just up to the right is the male. You need a telescope to show you that far, sadly. There's a much bigger eyepiece on this telescope. I wonder if that'll work better. No, it doesn't want to do it. And that's weird. It shows you how fiddly it is when we do it. It takes me ages to set up the camera with the tripod and the telescope. I'd like to work out exactly. Oh look, there's both parents now on the nest. Isn't that cool? Look at his face. Amazing.
Yes, and that it happened. It surprises me that it happens in such a short time.
Oh, it wasn't both adults. There was babies. I thought there was two adults there. They're pretty much adults though. Anyway, look at them. You can see the plumage. That's on. I definitely thought that was that other adult there. It's not. It was mistaken. It's not the other. It's not the other adult. Nest Cam is live on YouTube. Ah, wicked. There you go. Shows a screen. Hey, amazing. There you go. Thank you. Now you know. I like ospreys. I used to do, I spent a few nights in Lochgarten in the osprey hide, because at Lochgarten the ospreys are protected 24 hours a day, and there's an osprey watch constantly watching the nest. So I did that a few nights while I was there doing filming at Abernethy, which was cool. Basically what we had to do is just mark down every time the osprey came to the nest. Did it have a fish? Was there a male? Did a male come to the nest? Did what happened, etc. Should have asked them about 3J. I thought that's odd. I thought it was called EJ, the one up in. Is that just a coincidence, or is that some sort of? Because I might have misheard it. I might have thought it was EJ when it was 3J, but if 3J's moved down here, that's pretty cool. Must be a different bird. Weep, weep, weep. Weep, weep. Nice. Warbly warblers. And you get bittern here as well. Well, what's that bittern? Earlier on. I'd love to see a bittern again. Weird looking birds, like little herons with huge wings. Brown, they just look like the grass. Basically. When they fly, they make a big noise, which is quite cool. The boom of the bittern. Well done, quadrupop. Well found. So that's it. You can follow those osprey babies now. Now you know how to do it. Now you know where they are. That's cool. You can check in on them. Let us know how they're getting on. So I'm now hoping to see a dormouse running across the path. That'd be amazing. Do they live near doors? I have to look out for some doors. Why was the dormouse named the dormouse? Did they used to nest in like wooden door frames or something? I don't know. Anything to do with doors? Is it like a place maybe or something? Door. Yo, Debbie! Hiya! Oh, hi! Oh, hi, Exhibit Scotland. Oh, hi, Debbie. Debbie, we've just been looking at ospreys. Welcome in. How was your stream? I was showing your stream off this morning because it was looking very, very beautiful. And yeah, that's weird. It's like a little boardwalk, or like a kind of walkway, which is quite trampled, which goes to a pen. I wonder if that is like an enclosure where they might have released things. We've got some beaver that we've had in captivity. So we put them in a pen and get them used to it before we let them go or something. It's very odd. Whatever's in there. Interesting. Maybe they're doing some tests, some science or something in there. Maybe it's a little science station or something. Who knows? Yeah, I'm your favourite Scottish streamer. I don't know if that's true or not. You might have more friends from Scotland. I tried to shout you out earlier on, but the shout outs weren't really working for some reason, so you just got the old exclamation mark SO. So yeah, we're out in the bog stroke mire stroke scrub. Interesting landscape. Still in Wales, in the Dyfi Valley. Earlier today we went to Innislas. We started at Innislas. And then so we had to wander around there on the beach, found some samphire grass and a few plants that I'd not seen before. And orchids and stuff like that. And then we went into town and we met up with the Biosphere chaps. So James and Bryn. And Bryn, they told us about the Biosphere Project. We had a little bit of a chat about biospheres and sustainability, nature conservation, that sort of thing. And then they're running a Swifts and Streams project. No, sorry, Screams and Streams project. So we had a nice chat and they invited me to... Oh, hello. I think we must have come this way on the way. I don't remember there being this pond. Maybe I just walked past it. Oh, babies. Baby ducks. Baby ducks. Weep, 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 weep. Just got one or two there. Definitely one or two. Oh, so cute. We're gonna go and hide in the bushes. Very sweet. The male's name is Monty and the female is Nora. The baby's name's on the website as well. Oh, amazing. So yeah, we got an invite to go kick sampling. The Swifts and the Screams and Streams project is about health of freshwater systems, like fresh rivers and streams and things, and the health of swift populations. Swifts are birds that migrate here from Africa in the summertime, and seems to be an upstairs for this place. Sweet. Oh, it's a no entry sort of scenario. Okay guys, it's going to F when I go through this building. I'm going to go through as quickly as possible. Check, check. Check, check. Mic check. 1, 2. Right, it's 3:30. We've got 2 hours before we've been invited to go pond dipping, or river dipping rather, kick sampling. So I think we're going to go and get some fish and chips from the fish and chip shop. Right, motoring along. So sorry about that guys, I don't know why we dipped out of signal there. It's really weird. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check, check 1, 2. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. That was a bit weird. I went through the building and then it came back for a second, and then as I went across the car park to get in the van, I saw it was disconnecting again. I was like, what? What are you doing to me? Anyway, we're on the road again. That was cool. I think it was worth £7 just to be able to show you those ospreys, and went for a nice wee walk. Beautiful birds, really awesome. And I don't know if you saw, but just before it cut off, there was some video footage, some night video footage they had of beavers. And I think that's kind of the issue with, like, I was trying to film otters beside me, and the otters were there. They came up to the night cameras and they were, you know, clearly being otters. But in the day, they were not to be seen. However, when I did my first Biosphere live stream, it was a beautiful night, and I met a guy called Chris, who runs Adventure Carrick, and he was like, oh yeah, his partner saw an otter the other day, and then sure enough we saw an otter as well, and managed to get it on camera. It was a bit far, it didn't have a telescope on it or anything, zooming in as far as possible. Yeah, you could definitely see when it dived in the water, particularly, you could see its wee tail. I thought it was cool. So yeah, you never know, we might see some beaver live and direct, because we found the potential place for watching beaver. And yeah, just have to play it by ear, we'll see. It'll be tomorrow morning we do that. Oh, there's a kite flying over the top. I'm going to go and have dinner with my friend again tonight, hang out with him, chat more with him, because didn't get enough time last night. We were just kind of, once the kids had gone to bed, we only had like about 45 minutes or something like that to chat like men. So it was like, come back tomorrow. So I'm gonna come back. This might be my dinner though, to be honest. I don't know if I could eat my dinner, eat fish and chips now and then eat another meal later on. You never know though. Bedtime here. Oh, thank you very much, Quadrupop. Really, it's been lovely having you, and I'm glad you stuck around and enjoyed that. And now you've got a new family of ospreys to check up on. Well done for finding the website and everything. Oh, I love that. Wee Welsh dragon. Oh, wow. What a big yawn. Definitely hungry. That was a hunger. I'm hungry, Andy. Feed me. Thank you, Slithering Granny. wonder if my wee parking space is still going to be free. I bet it is. I like that wee parking space in behind the bush there. It's a nice wee hidey hole, a wee hidey spot in the middle of the co-op car park. It just feels like the place that most people don't go. Time. There is a theory called the Mobius, where time becomes a loop, becomes a loop, becomes a loop, becomes a loop, becomes a loop. Oh, Harosh! Hi, Harosh! Children everywhere grumping. Grumbling. Yeah, I got them a big plate of profiteroles yesterday and they were happy children. But yeah, Dad says no. So that's that. I don't know if there'll be a seat. I think it's like the window seats are taken. Oh. Take away.
What's the camera for, bud? Do not bother. That's cute.
I'm doing a live streaming on whole of the Biosphere. So I'm doing a Biosphere live streams.
Oh, what's the Biosphere?
So the Biosphere, you're in the Dyfi Biosphere right now. It's basically a conservation designation.
Say big words.
Nature conservation.
Oh,
basically,
right, okay.
yeah. So there's 7 of them in the UK.
Yeah.
And the Dyfi Valley is one of them.
Okay.
Where I live in Scotland is also one. So
yeah.
I'm a Biosphere guide in Scotland, and we've come down to Wales to explore the Dyfi Valley.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was sitting in there, but we've got kind of low bit rate in there.
Yeah,
so,
it's an old building, so your signal's not going to be the best.
Yeah, I was sitting by the window and it's not, but I'm going to just have to, I'd like to have sat in, but I'm just going to have to take away, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's alright. Don't bother, I was just curious. We've seen you for camera for. What's this guy doing?
Yeah, wandering around, looking at nature, bothering the wildlife.
Fair enough.
We were looking for beavers earlier, but we haven't found any, so...
No, they're quite elusive.
I believe there might be some on the river if we're quiet.
A couple of people have spotted them.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
So, I'm after fish and chips, basically. Happy to wait, yeah.
There we are.
Superb, thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest
Looking
of your
forward to
visit.
that. Thank you very much. See you soon. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Funny. Right, we've got fish and chips, lads. Fish and chips. Woohoo! Oh, let's walk round. This smells good. It smells like... I love the smell of fish and chips and the way that the vinegar interacts with the box or the paper. Back in the day, we used to get fish and chips and it would be wrapped in newspaper. It's a very particular smell that came off the newspaper that was soaked in the vinegar and the chip fat and stuff. She was a good crack, as we say. I liked her. You could just go and sit in the park, but all the benches are going to be wet, aren't they? So this is a bird that we're going to be looking, the swift. That's the one we're focusing on today with the Streams and Screams project. So I've gone and got some fish and chips just now, and we're going to eat, or I'm going to eat fish and chips. So here it is. Let's have a look at it. Fish and chips. So here, this is a chip. They're not like your crisps we call crisps. You might call this a fry or something, but it's not. It's a big chip. Very good. So I've got salt and vinegar on this, and I've got some ketchup. So I'm going to eat food, and then we're going to go kick sampling. And yeah, so if you want to stick around, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And before I forget, ride the line. If you're there and you've not raided and run, thank you very much for choosing to raid Exhibit Scotland TV.